Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to our TGIF Talks, episode 136. I'm your host, Dr. Sheep, joined by co-host Anonymous Phil. Let's just roll the intro. Well. Looks like we're back to the old home. Back to the way things used to be. We're back here. We're back home. We're not out in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Good. Relieving.
Except for sleep out in a tent last night.
Yeah.
That was less than desirable. So
Really threw the sleep schedule for a loop.
yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. Hopefully I can fall asleep. But 4-hour long nap. I was asleep till like 11:30. So it'll be hard to say. It was a weird sleep, right? Because it's like I was asleep but wasn't asleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like you felt awake?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
Kind of like, but like time clearly went spun right past.
Like lucid dreaming?
No, it's almost like I knew. You could feel that you're laying there or whatever, and like you. It's not like normally when when I fall.
Oh, okay. So it's like you knew you were just laying there, but you were dreaming, like you went into REM, but it's like time was zipping by.
Yeah, because I was still in REM, but I was aware that. But like when I would go out of REM, so when I'd enter in and out of REM cycles, I would come all the way out of REM.
Yeah, and you'd be aware that you were awake.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like
that's kind of how I went. That's kind of how my sleep was. My little nap.
Well, that's how it was last night too, in the tent, because I remember. I think I was asleep I did sleep for 3 hours. It didn't feel like 3 hours. It felt like 4 minutes because we went to bed at a little after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Next time I saw the clock was 3:30.
Yeah, sometime in there I had to use the bathroom.
That was around 4:30.
4:30?
I believe. I was up when you did that. Kyle, at some point, he wasn't snoring. He was just making this weird noise. I don't know what he was doing. Did you go pee, or what'd you go do?
Yeah, to use the bathroom, pee.
You went out to the trees, or did you go all the way inside?
No, I went to the trees.
The trees. Yeah, I was during my pisses, I was thinking about what. So like obviously they haven't got any rain. So when we piss on the grass is like, oh my god, water, finally. But I almost wonder if it won't burn them with the nitrogen. And you won't see any difference at all. And possibly because of how salty it is, too. It's an interesting question. Is pee too salty?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should look at the average amount of salt in pee. And then redo my Salt in the Earth video, which I don't know how the hell.
Piss on the Earth video.
Piss on the Earth. I don't know how, but it's somehow going out in November. Despite the fact that I could have had this done before this one and this one. This one's... I don't really have any other experiments, so it's honest to God kind of done. And this one, well, I haven't, that will be June's project. Luckily, these will be, these go up at the end of each month. So, if we look at the sander, right, I have till the end of July to do everything. And then I have to the end of August to do everything. The end of September. Something I did realize is because of the nature of our next trip, we will be missing a week of podcasts.
Yeah, unless we do a podcast out there.
I can't edit though.
Oh. So you have to do 2 in a row or just miss a week?
Well, actually, no, you're right. I forgot. We're coming back on Sunday.
No, Saturday.
Well, yeah, but we'll be home Sunday.
Yes.
So we might not be able to miss one. So what we can do is we can either do one out there, but I don't think we have time.
Or in the hotel or something.
True.
I can easily do one in the hotel one day.
We could do one in Arizona.
Yeah, out when we're camping. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we have to. We have to go all the way back to the car and get the chairs though.
We are kind of planning on it.
Oh, who's planning? You and Kyle?
No, I thought the plan was that to consider going back and getting the chairs.
Ah, yeah. Depends how.
Like, we're going to have dinner there at the car.
Right.
But then after we get everything set up, we'll still have plenty of time. And I imagine we'll probably want to explore a little before it gets dark. So it's like, why not use the energy of exploring to go get the chairs? That way, we can actually sit in a chair when we look at the stars.
It's weird that, so I was always under the impression that, in these national parks, you are not allowed to leave the trail.
Which is why you have to get a permit.
Okay.
You have to get a permit to camp. And for this park, the permit is free.
I can't... So the nice part about this will be, it'll be in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine there'd be a lot of people there.
Probably not, yeah. Yeah, because we're camping on a Thursday.
Interesting. Out there, it's not you can't, you could get lost if you could fell down in a canyon or something.
No, wait, Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday or Thursday.
It's a Wednesday. So I think we're driving back on a Thursday? Yeah, we drive back on a Thursday, and then Friday is the Rocky Mountains and all that.
Okay. Ah, yes. The Rocky Mountains. Such a, but no, it's so weird, imagine you're out in Alaska, right, at one of those. Mm-hmm. They're just like, yep, you can go off alright, you got a permit to go camp. Good luck!
Good luck.
Are you allowed to bring a gun in that case?
I don't know, maybe.
Because it's just like...
You'd probably want one.
I would want one. I would at least... I think all the guys out there, they carry 2 bullets. One for the bear.
And one for themselves.
Yeah. So if you can't take the bear down with the one, the next one goes into your skull.
Yeah.
But out there, you'd want to... See, the thing is, right, you don't want to lug a rifle around, right? And obviously, if a bear's coming at you, you're trying to get your hunting rifle lined up or whatever, it'd be a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd want to carry, like a 30-06, you want to carry a fairly powerful pistol.
You would want one of them movie pistols that has like a 47-round magazine.
What? You want an Uzi? Actually, I don't know if that's legal. But...
every movie out there, it seems like, they got like 50 some odd rounds in their magazine before they need to, load it up again.
That is true. There's a YouTuber I watch. He's a gun tuber, and he would go and he'd do he would look at movies and he would count gunshots from pistols, from guns, and be like, that's too many rounds.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of gun that is. Barrel doesn't have that many rounds in it.
But, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, what's interesting is, right, so, they have, people are given fully automatic rifles, right, when they go into war.
Yeah.
But they're trained to never put it in fully automatic. You always use it in in semi-automatic, and you always just conserve your shots. Just ping, ping. It's never dump the mag.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. So it's like, it must just be, in the case of emergencies, break glass and let the lead fly.
Just let loose. Brrr.
And even the, so like, you know, how you'd have a company of men, and you'd have somebody with the heavy machine gun. And so it'd be like 2 guys, I think, carrying it, usually. Maybe 3. 2 guys carrying it, like we were doing, like I was talking about yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And, you would do like 3-second bursts, just, and you know you wouldn't just continue to mow down. Partially because your barrel will overheat, but then also I guess just to conserve ammunition, which is it. You always think there's just constant slew of bullets.
Yep.
But I guess when you watch Ukraine, it's definitely not it. You just hear gunshots every so often. It's not this constant.
Yeah.
Volley of bullets like you would see in the movies.
Yeah.
Very interesting thing. How do we... Yeah, but back to camping, though. Not for... It's just, like... That's wild that, like, you can just, out in the redwoods where you could easily get lost and probably die.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay, how many campers go missing in the national parks every year?
Should look.
Oh, magical Google, magical Google, magical Google. Tell us the answers, tell us the answers, tell us the answers. MPS search and dashboard, however. Oh my god! 3,000 missing persons, 182 deaths? What the? Good god! I mean, out of the how many millions, though, that actually visit them, so
182 deaths.
The question is, though, how many people go camping? Because I feel like those are the people that will be, that will disappear, not just people going to the parks regularly.
Go. Over 50 million over the age of 6, I think I saw.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Right here. Over 50 million U.S. Americans over the age of 6-year-old went camping between 2020 and 2021.
Well, this is regular camping. This isn't camping in national parks.
Yeah.
50 camping industries from North America. Well, I can't imagine it's... Part of me wants to say it's a lot, but at the same time, it's not a lot.
Yeah. Probably only like 20,000.
20? You telling me? Well, and also those could be regular visitors too. It's hard to say.
And of those 20,000, 182 died.
There is a high probability we may die. 20,000. That's a really low estimate, especially out of the millions that visit the parks.
Yeah.
It's an interesting fact, especially they tell you, just hike a mile off the trail and you'll be okay. It's like, what?
Yeah, I sit at the visitor center. So, how many people die every year in your park? So we're interested.
I wonder which ones are the deadliest.
We're interested in going camping this year. Can you tell us how many people go missing every year?
Can we Google the deadliest national park?
Yes. Yeah. Deadliest national park.
No.
That's a thing.
The Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Great Smoke. Okay, but these are the most common. Rocky Mountain, sir. Among the deadliest national parks in the United States with numerous fatalities each year. Some mother... But, like, I guess, are these, like, per capita, though? Because, like, I want to know per capita.
Yeah, of course. Scroll down.
Following crashes. Drownings. Medical-related deaths. So very few are getting lost and dying. It's usually because they crash in their car, they drown, or they have a heart attack.
Yep.
Well,
or they have cancer. You know, they're given 8 months to live, and like, hey, let's go to the national park.
On the 8th month.
On the 8th month.
Yeah. Lethal intervention. 2 murders. That means somebody was murdered. Undetermined.
We don't know what happened. Those people got lost.
It's still 449 people, which is the highest possibility to kill you.
No, wait. A homicide is 27.
That's not murder.
Oh.
This is legal intervention. Oh, the police killed them.
Yeah, the police killed them. This is they were killed.
27 murders. Jesus Christ.
20 were poisoned.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me. Other.
206 fell to their death.
Yeah, I bet those are all in the Rocky Mountains of the Grand Canyon. Because didn't you say there's trails on the Rocky Mountains where it's like cliff?
I didn't go on any of those.
I won't lie. You couldn't pay me.
I couldn't pay you.
So like, did you like? What was the most difficult trail you went on the Rocky Mountains?
Well, we only really went on like 1 or 2, and they weren't that bad.
Of the easy trails, or like just?
Yeah, just like an easy one.
Hmm.
You
weren't like, oh, the double diamond. Let's do that one.
Yeah. Because we weren't there too terribly long, like a couple hours, and then we spent a lot of time in the visitor center too.
Oh, okay.
Because they have a nice little visitor center as well.
Oh, good. That's where I plan to spend a lot of time.
Yeah, they have a nice little visitor center. We spent some
Screw
time.
nature.
We went on a few hikes, a few different trails.
Screw nature. It'll be interesting.
I'm trying to remember what we did in the afternoon.
Is there a death counter? Because think about that, right?
Because I thought we did something else that day, but I don't recall.
They said 4 parks make up for the majority of all the deaths. That means theoretically those parks could have 2,000 over the course of 4
Here are the most dangerous national parks. And look, Arches is the picture they chose.
I think they just pick Arches because it's the most iconic. I don't
what
think
about Yosemite?
Yosemite?
Yosemite? Is that how you say it?
It's
Yosemite?
It's Yosemite, but they call... it's a Looney Tunes show joke. They call Yosemite Sam Yosemite.
Number 1, Grand Canyon. See, they could have picked this picture. Maybe they don't want to tell people what number 1 was.
Mm. Grand Canyon is a vast natural wonder
if
located...
you stood right here, you could just...
Yeah, I could imagine. I could.
And then next thing you know, there's just a body just floating down the river. There she goes, all the way down the Colorado.
Oh, but you know what? The medical thing could be... Hold on, I was going to read what it says.
Oh.
Doesn't matter what camera you have. Taking a photo will not do this. It's just telling me about...
Where are you looking?
Read. The Grand Canyon is over 277 miles long and 18 miles wide, and over a mile deep. It attracts millions of visitors each year with
here we go.
Activities ranging from hiking to camping.
Taking a photo will not do this beauty justice.
I can't imagine. Yosemite National Park. Located in the Sierra Nevadas of California, Yosemite National Park is 12,000 square miles. I want to know how people die.
1,200 square miles. 12,000.
Well, I just read what I want to read.
Waterfalls, meadows, valleys, rock formations. It's known for the valley.
Yes.
Views will not disappoint.
Oh, I'm sure they won't. That's why it exists.
Just follow the park rules and guidelines and stay on the designated trails.
But why does it tell me to get off to go camping?
No. I think they're trying to talk to you about, your toadstool incident. Stay on the trail.
Toadstool is... we did whatever we wanted at Toadstool.
Carry enough water.
That's probably where most people die. They don't carry enough water. Yellowstone.
Yeah, just don't walk in that thing.
But the thing is, these are the most popular ones.
Well, yeah, because so many people go, it's not a per capita. I don't know if they can give us a per capita.
Zion.
Oh, that looks cool.
That looks dangerous.
Well, this just looks like you're walking through a cave.
When we go up
Although
to Yellowstone...
I can't tell what this is. Is this like a little cliff?
I don't know what that is.
It's just light shining off the rock.
It is light, but I can't tell where the shadows are. And Rocky Mountain.
Avoid crowds. The Narrows don't go first thing in the morning, rather early afternoon.
Oh.
If you plan to hike Angel's Landing, make a reservation. Watch your footing, hold on to the chains. Hold on to chains.
I'm gonna. Yep. I'm not gonna do that.
Hold on to chains.
I'm gonna pass.
But don't forget to enjoy the views. It's easy to forget.
Oh yes. I'm currently hanging on for dear life on these chains, and they're like, "Look at the views, though.
Look down. Yeah, look down.
Then just me with a death grip on the chains, and you're like, "Wow, look at the views," and I'm like, "Yep." My hands are starting to cramp, though, Phil. We need to keep moving. Actually, what's interesting, though, per capita, Great Smoky Mountain National Park is the most popular national park in the country. So the fact that it's not number one means that even per capita, that means how many people are dying in the Grand Canyon?
I've seen a picture like this. I don't know where this is. I don't know what trail this is, but I have a picture similar to this. You got the mountains, this lush green.
Oh, you took a photo like this.
I took a photo similar to this because we went on a trail very similar to this. And there's like a lake. I don't know if this was like Diamond Lake or Bear Lake or something. I say Bear Lake because, we didn't see any, but I guess there is a possibility.
We really should get that gun. Hiking, wildlife, watching, with so much to see in the vast, each visit complete. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm just shocked the Great Smoky Mountains isn't
Grand Teton.
Wyoming. Of course it's Wyoming.
Where them buffalo roam.
Okay. Alright, what's next? Olympic National... The Bigfoot.
Hiker, easy to difficult. Oh, make sure to visit Jenny Lake, a crystal clear alkaline lake that most people say looks photoshopped. What the hell?
Interesting. It's right there.
What?
It was the first thing that popped up when he
was
said
it?
Jenny Lake, yeah. This doesn't look very photoshopped.
Does that look photoshopped to you?
Nope. Looks like a lake.
It does look like a lake. I'm not sure what they mean by Photoshop.
Maybe you just have to be in person.
Although that is kind of cool. The water reflecting off of it.
Yeah, maybe you just have to be there in person.
Yeah. Maybe seeing the water, maybe seeing the mountains reflect off the water. That does look pretty cool, though.
I suppose.
That is pretty neat. Pretty neat.
But it's just like, looks Photoshop. This looks like any lake ever. That's a Getty photo, so that's definitely Photoshop.
Wow, I just think that's kind of cool.
It's pretty neat. And then Olympic. Oh, yes, the Bigfoots are getting you.
Yeah, I bet there's a Yeti in there.
Whoop, whoop. Rock. Dead. Arches? Arches is number 9. Why have we picked the most dangerous ones? It has to be... These have to not be accounting for capita. Because these have to be the most... These are the most popular ones.
Yeah, these are just the most popular ones. Walking sticks are strongly recommended if you need some support.
The widow urges.
Denali.
Well, that one's just...
Do you think you can fight one of them off?
No. You have to be airlifted in the Denali, so, yeah.
Just take proper precautions.
Which is interesting, because I bet Denali is one of the least popular ones. Which means that we're looking on a per capita basis. I bet you Denali is the most dangerous national park.
Per capita. Oh, here we go. North Cascades has the highest mortality rate. 9 deaths in over 220,000 visitors.
What?
Oh, this is the same website we were on.
Yeah.
We just never kept reading.
Apparently not. So,
Lake Mead. I think this is the highest number of fatalities.
Great.
Drowning.
Yeah, well, just don't get in the water.
Oh, is this the... Cause this must be the per capita. Oh, we just won't go on these.
Otherwise, the rest are insignificant per capita.
Yeah.
So yeah, those most dangerous ones, they're definitely just because there's so many goddamn people going there. But they are relatively safe.
There's too many idiots that keep going.
Except for Cascadia.
Yeah. Don't worry, that one's not on the list for a while.
It's this decade, though, isn't it?
Oh, well, I don't think we're not going to visit all the national parks in the decade, were we?
No, I know, but was it on the main trip? Or was it... I thought we put it on the main trip.
That was Arcadia.
Oh.
Where is North Cascades? Oh, it's in Washington.
Oh, we're not going to worry about that.
So when we go on the Washington trip, we'll make sure to add it.
So we get to die. We're going to get to...
Actually, no. See, the thing about the Washington trip, all the national parks are on the western side.
Yep.
So I figured what we do is we go to... Well, we drive up north to Theodore, so we can check off North Dakota. And then we go to Washington, and then we go to Montana. Montana has a national park. And then we just go to the eastern side of Washington, some city, to get our checkpoint, and then turn around and come back.
Ah. All right.
Yeah, that's what I figured we'd do.
Weren't we going to cross off Minnesota? Oh, we're crossing off Minnesota on the Michigan trip, right?
Yeah, we need a... yeah, so that we haven't... I figured that could be like a weekend thing. It's like we do like maybe one year when we don't do like a full 8-day trip. We do like, 4 days and then another 4 days or something. We split it up. I don't know.
Figuring it out. But, well, I really don't know what we've been discussing in this podcast today. Just camping, national parks. Yes, we are going to be going on a trip very soon. Very soon.
Action packed. There is something interesting almost every day.
Except for, like, the first day.
No, day 1 is Great Sand Dunes.
Oh, that's right. What's day 2? Except for the last day?
Yeah, the last day really just the tri-point. We're finally going to visit a corner. We're finally going to visit a corner of Nebraska.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah, we're going to visit 2 big corners. The 4 corners.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
tri-point marker. It'll be the Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska corner.
Man, is freaking New Mexico gonna fall into the Oklahoma category until this fall?
Is what?
Is New Mexico gonna fall into the Oklahoma category of, yeah, we were there, but doesn't really count?
We'll check it off in the fall.
I know, but I'm just saying it's gonna fall into that category the same as Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to cross it off, well, not New Mexico, but you're going to cross off Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I was always hoping we'd go back to Oklahoma together, but I guess
nope.
Not for the first time.
Times have changed.
And your friend's like, we need to go down to Austin.
He wants to move to. He's sick and tired of the cold. I don't blame him.
You gonna move down to Austin with him?
I told him I got to give it 5 more years here.
4.
4 more. 4 more. Yeah, 5 total.
Is he gonna live down there permanently, or?
I don't know what his plan is. He said he's going to give it a year.
This doesn't seem like a very good plan. What's he gonna do for a job?
He wants to get a tech job. And I guess there's a lot of tech jobs in Austin. Which is also why he's going down there. He's not moving down there till November. So he has between now and November to look for a job.
Well, hopefully he finds one. Otherwise, be homeless.
Yeah, there's always that as an option. I mean, I think it's free. It doesn't cost very much.
Oh, yes. It doesn't cost very much to be homeless.
No.
Well, it costs time.
Yeah.
Homelessness costs time. And because it's hard to, take showers and access the internet, it's difficult to get jobs once you are homeless.
Yeah.
You get a lot of soup, though.
A lot of soup. Soup's always good.
Every day.
Flavored water.
Well, yes, I guess, in a way. Soup is
a flavored water that you eat.
Ah, yes. What a
flavored water that you eat.
What a fascinating definition of soup.
Yeah, if an alien ever came here and asked, so what is soup? It's flavored water that you eat.
Fascinating. You don't feel I feel like aliens would know what soup is. They'd have their version of soup. Of course, I guess they could be methane-based life forms instead of water-based. So
you're just photosynthesis. You're just plant people.
I don't think there's enough energy.
Oh no, their planet's full of enough energy.
If there was enough, but I think DNA would get destroyed if there was enough energy. They also wouldn't be able to come here. You couldn't forge a civilization off photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Think about how much energy. Think about how many plants you consume. Think about how many plants that cow consumed that you eat.
Yeah? So you're saying we couldn't have plant people?
No.
There's a bunch of green creatures walking around?
I wouldn't assume...
Well, yeah, that's why aliens are green. You ever seen an alien eat a cheeseburger?
Yes. I have. Alf has eaten cheeseburgers.
Did he like it?
Yes. He ate everything.
Cats.
Cats included. No, I don't think you could. I don't think an intelligent life could only use photosynthesis. There's a field of study. I think we listened to it in the. Maybe we weren't to that part. Well, did we get to the point in the book where in the Cosmos, where they talk about divergent or convergent, converging evolution?
No.
Okay, maybe it's
if we did, then you probably read that part.
It's very possible. So, yes, I think it's in chapter 2. So basically, what happens? There's a field of study where they try to figure out what's necessary. Like, what are features that we have that are necessary for an advanced civilization?
Communication.
That was one. But I think one of the other big ones was, I think, sight. Using visible light, if I'm not mistaken, is another big thing. So a lot of people are like, oh, and binocular vision. At least 2 eyes are required, I think.
For depth perception?
Yeah. And then some way to manipulate objects. So some sort of hands. Or some way to manipulate objects in such a way.
Yeah.
Those are things that are required for a civilization. There's a whole field of...
Complex speech.
Yeah, well, it's not just about being able to make the sounds. It's about being able to hear them.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually what they do, which is one way they study a lot of our ancestors, is they study their ear bones. Because they're able to find a lot more of those than they are to find the bones in here, for whatever reason. And so they study those a lot more. And they're able to determine that, oh, nope, they wouldn't be able to hear speech. They could hear speech, but not very well.
Yeah.
Something with the mid-ranges, I guess.
Sure.
So, interesting. But, yeah. Aliens. Man, could you imagine? What the world would be so different if we ran across a civilization of advanced beings.
Mm-hmm.
What if we came across a civilization?
And imagine if they were 1% smarter than us, and they looked at us like chimps.
They would. We are more than 1% smarter than chips, though.
Or just imagine whatever the ratio. No, not our intelligence, or our DNA.
Oh.
It's like we're 99% similar to a chimp. That 1% is what makes us human. So you imagine another being where they're 1% beyond us.
Yes.
They're doing Einstein's relativity work as a kindergartner.
Maybe.
Oh, little Johnny, you made a little error. It's a 4-dimensional manifold, not a 5.
You need to go back and relook at your integrals.
Yes.
Good God, how would you? Is there even enough time?
They're doing math that we can't even comprehend.
But see, that's a question, right? Mm-hmm. So that like everybody always talks about, where like aliens, where they're so much smarter, so they're doing these advanced equations.
Because think about it this way, right?
But
Like when
isn't there like a minimum amount of time necessary for any life form to be able to master differential equations?
Yeah, I don't know. Because like you think about it this way, right? Like when you're a kindergartner and you're showing like integrals, like this is math that's like 15 years before you'd get to that point.
Bro, I looked at a summation sign when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah, but did you know what it meant?
Nope.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like kindergarten. Like if you're showing a kindergartner, the math that you did in
But in 4 years though. We're talking 4 years. I learned what summation was.
Okay, but what I'm saying is like imagine you're a kindergartner, right? So you're 6 years old, seeing what 18-year-old would do. 12 years. So in 12 years, it took 12 years for you to master, to get to the point that you could learn calculus.
Well, the thing
So
about...
now imagine you show a professor math that'll take him 12 years to learn. It'll take 12 years for him to learn it, let alone discover it.
Yeah, or master it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing though, right? How would you... I feel like there's like... I feel like there is a minimum amount of development time.
Yeah.
Like, this is as fast as a brain could possibly develop under current understandings of biology and physiology. And thus, this is as smart as a being could possibly be. Could I guess... I mean... The smartest people ever. When did they learn differentials?
Well, differential equations is easier than calculus, in my opinion.
Okay.
Partial differential equations is more difficult. I never took partial differential equations, but from what I heard, it is more difficult.
Well, okay, but it's still something that, many people... differentials do weed out a lot of people in calculus, though.
When was 1693. Oh, by lo and behold, Leibniz and Newton.
Well, yeah, but no. But what I'm saying is though, what's the smartest people in the world? When did they learn it? So like those people with those extremely high IQs.
All right.
When did they learn differentials? When did they figure it out?
Did Einstein?
Well, Einstein's actually not that smart though.
Yeah, he did make a lot of math errors. Hilbert. He was like one of the last great mathematicians. Hilbert learned.
There you go.
Oh. Someone already asked this question? He dedicated himself to it.
Oh, of course.
Your computer doesn't like this question.
Guess not. Education. There we go. I can't imagine, though, he probably did the same rate as everybody else. Probably learned it when he was like 16.
Yeah.
He looks like a bad guy from a movie.
Bad guy from a movie. Yeah. Oh, have you ever seen the pictures of what is this? Before this is what physics does to people. 1878. Here's in 1901.
Ah!
Does this look like a bad guy from a movie?
No.
He's already ripped all his hair out, and now he's like the evil. He's like, oh yes, he looks like the evil guy, working for Red Skull in Marvel.
Ah, yes.
Remember him?
I remember.
That's what he looks like right there.
Well, he was working on quantum mechanics. The most difficult. Is that him and Einstein?
Yeah, he met Einstein.
Did they work on the atomic bomb together?
I don't know. I don't know if he was part of the Manhattan Project. No, right here. He looks like someone I know.
My dad?
Heisenberg.
Oh. Yeah. Well, no, you know the pictures, though, when you type in Heisenberg. So, have you ever seen the memes, right? Where, like, there's, like, schools in, like, India or whatever. Like, they're talking about the smartest people. So, when people type in Heisenberg, this is what shows up. And so, they have a picture of Walt up there like that. Instead of the actual scientist Heisenberg.
Yes. What is his first name? I don't remember his first name.
Werner Heisenberg. There you go.
Yeah, one picture, and then all these.
I want to know.
That's kind of funny, actually. You go to a school in India. So we're learning about Heisenberg today. Here's a picture of him.
That's Walter White.
Yeah, that's Walter White. WW.
Who is Walter White? He is famous in Americana television show Breaking Bad about meth.
Meth. Meth. I know that. A buddy of mine sold me some yesterday. Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, that's a controlled substance. It's a Schedule 1 controlled substance in the United States.
Thank you for sharing, Billy. Don't buy candy from a stranger again.
I hate to break it to you, Billy, but that's a Schedule 1 controlled substance. The DEA is going to be showing up any moment now to arrest you.
Would you like some?
This is the end. This is your end, Billy. You've smoked your last crack pot. But I gave it to Samantha. And where is Samantha today? Well, she's sick at home. She's high on meth.
She's high on meth.
Well, the DEA will be showing up to her place any moment. Poor Samantha and Billy.
Yep.
This is what drugs do to you, kids. Don't do this.
Don't do drugs.
Don't have like Samantha and Billy.
Or at least be responsible when you do drugs.
Yeah. Be like Heisenberg. Don't do them. Make them.
Yes.
Be good at it.
Yeah, just move to Colorado and make weed. Grow your own weed.
I'm telling
Start
you.
a weed empire.
I'm telling you, one of these days, just give up all this crap and go buy a weed farm in Colorado.
Yeah, that's probably what'll happen. You know, one day, you know, when Nebraska allows weed, our entire spotted mullen, all of Cherry County will be turned into a weed plantation.
No, there's not enough water.
Oh.
They'll be down on the Platte. The flat, fertile ground.
Mm.
Plus, I think most of that stuff's done in greenhouses anyways, so you have control.
Oh.
Especially for, since they're constantly doing hybrid research. That's the one thing about, like, a weed empire, right?
Can you feed cows weed?
And you can feed them hemp. They're not gonna like it as much. A sheep will eat it. It's not very nutritious, but
Does it
no.
does it look any different?
Nope.
No.
Looks just like I guess it probably looks a bit different than like the commercial stuff because I would assume commercial weed has much bigger buds.
Well,
because
no,
that's
I
the
didn't
part
know
you
if the
smoke.
sheep looks different when it's high.
No, it's
Oh.
not high.
Sheep can't get high.
Not from eating it.
You just see a sheep laying on its back, all fours up in the air, just like
Life
life.
starts talking to you. This isn't real. This is all a sham.
Look at that cloud.
Sheep just like gets on its hind legs and it's just like, this is all a lie. You're trapped. Get out. And then it just
walks away.
and walks away into the forest.
On its hind legs.
Yep, and disappears. You know the memes, right? About hunting for the Wendigo?
No.
And it says some like philosophical shit. And then just, it's like you're looking at a deer, right? Well, most of it's Windussy. Okay, get yourself some Windussy. Oh, here we go. I'm the last one alive on the hunting trip and only made it to the car because my childhood friend blew himself up with 10 pounds of terror to destroy the window.
What?
That's not the one I was thinking of. Here we go. Europeans with cryptids. With whimsical creatures. Let's invite them in for tea. I'd love some tea. Americans with cryptids. This is the last forest you're haunting.
You son of
You some bitch. Lol, I'm gonna fuck your corpse when I'm done. Oh my god. Yeah, the Wendigo memes are like, a lot of it's like, you're out there hunting or whatever and you see the deer get on hind legs.
Some dude shows up.
Windussy your shit.
Fucking what?
They're hunting.
58% sure I was.
They're there to fuck the Wendigo. We need the Windussy. Oh my god. Me, I'm going Wendigo hunting at 3 a.m. Yeehaw, the Wendigo. Well, hello. I'm going to have a decent meal for human flesh again.
Tonight.
Wendigo. Me after hopelessly lost in the woods for months, kind of life, but continuing to grow skinnier in the 100 year. I'm trying to see, because there's one where it's like they're out when you're out in the woods and the deer stands on all hind legs. I guess we could just type that meme in. When you're out in the woods and you see a very skinny deer stand up on its hind legs and start to walk like a human. There we go. Those are the memes. That was the Wendigo you're looking at. Well, anyways, I have to poop, so we're going to end this here. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcasts every Friday, 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Central Time, and good night.